what is an idea to them, what is a business idea, and this is what they had to say.
Business idea is something or anything someone can come up with to start that can earn them some money. Like, to give an example, you can start to say like juice. You say, I think if I sell juice, I can make some money. That is an idea. That's an idea coming into your head, and it's in forms of business because it can earn you some money. Yeah.
To me, a business idea is anything that can accumulate or make money, or it's an opportunity you can explore to make money. And according to me, since I'm more into music and entertainment, I look at the entertainment industry as one of the fast growing and most potential sectors you can exploit when you're looking for a business idea.
My name is Namyanja Fiona Nyombi. I'm a student at Kyambogo University. I do diploma in hotel management and institutional catering. So I can get a business idea. I can get an idea from my experience from A-level, because I've been doing FN, which is foods and nutrition. So since A-level I was doing, we used to bake cakes in practicals, we used to do donuts, we used to cook this normal food. I went in A-level, I got my experience in that. So here, even at campus, I did the catering course. So I said during COVID, why don't I start up a business like baking cakes, and I sell them, these small cakes for 500 and 1,000, all frying donuts. So I started an idea.
One of them actually was saying that you can just wake up and say it's juice. I think she's so interested in juice. Yeah. And I think these guys know what exactly business is all about. They know what business is all about, basically. I don't know, what do you guys
think about it?
I actually support her idea because at the start of every business is that inspiration and motivation that you need. It's the one that drives you at the start. So if you start with what you're interested in, that means you'll have that energy for the beginning part. Then later on you start figuring out the technicalities and all the other complicated things.
Yeah, I think I support his answer in a way that there's nothing great aside from the top. You always start from somewhere, and the ideas start from anywhere. The ideas just start, because the more you wait for things to be perfect, the people you're competing with in the same field are already 5 steps, 10 steps ahead of you. So it's something you can just get anytime, anywhere, and the whole idea is that just get running with it.
I want to talk about the cool guy who was talking about the entertainment industry. I realize this guy knows where opportunities are because, of course, entertainment is something that excites young people. And so I would encourage any young person out there to get involved.
It's according to you guys, there's this other lady who, with the hair, she kept on explaining how the idea is from you as a person. And sometimes, me, I think an idea can be from any other person. You just share it with me and I either boost it up or do something about it. How about that?
I think an idea can come from anywhere. You just have to identify it. It can even come from a conversation, it can come from a TV show, it can come from a movie. Like, it's just you identifying it, seeing that maybe you have the opportunity to go on with it, then you can collect it out.
Yes, what do you think about the way how someone can just wake up and hear a conversation from a friend and boom, they have the idea with them?
Yeah, what she has said is totally right, and some people even get ideas in dreams and visions from God. So.
Yes, some who pray mostly. Yeah. Like I had a vision.
You're saying that I want to get into where you are like saying that you just have to start. Don't you think that this is something serious, something that involves business, like you're going to get money? It depends, because now you see how the economy is. Someone comes that day and the money they're going to earn that day is maybe perhaps going to treat someone who is sick, and then we just want them to just start.
Well, I think perfection is overrated.
Okay.
I think perfection is, everyone is imperfect. Everyone is trying to figure out things. The organizations that you see, you might say now, like Apple is ahead of every other tech kind of company in its field, like by 10 years, but they're also trying to figure out things. The whole point is what you love doing, how do you think it's going to help advance the human race, the people around you, how is it going to help them? And that's what you should focus on. So if you keep on waiting for every condition to be right, you will never get that right condition. You should just get running with it.
So, do you guys think entrepreneurs or business people are born or they are just made?
Yeah.
Is it a talent or it's something you learn along the way?
I think some people have more entrepreneurial skills than others,
Yes.
but I believe there are these soft skills that you have to learn and they make you better. There are people who are born and they naturally like money and they always look out for opportunities, but things like communication, things like management and like dealing with clients, all those different blocks that add to an entrepreneur are acquired along the way. They're things that you can learn. So I believe those are not talents, those are skills.
So, an entrepreneur can, I'm still asking, an entrepreneur can be both born and still be
talented.
made. With time, you just add on more skills.
You can have that extra touch
Yeah.
that is naturally born, but most of the things are things that you can learn in school and through experience.
Okay.
Talking about this education system, you say you can learn from school.
So like there's now the new school of YouTube. You can teach yourself
Yeah.
from YouTube. You can teach yourself from online courses. You can get a mentor. So school, I'm not talking about the formal school that we know, but the school of the modern times, the internet. You can really be helpful.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, these students that we interacted with, how much do you think they know about business? Or how much of financial literate are they?
All right, I'm not a financial analyst, but they gave very beautiful answers. I'd give them an 8.
Their minds are.
They're sharp. They're sharp.
So now back to you guys. What is a business idea now to you people?
A business idea, to me, is identifying a problem in society and finding a solution to that problem,
Yes.
and you're being paid for it. Because that way you're helping society to be a better place and you're also getting money out of it. So that's a business idea in my understanding.
Nathan?
A business idea to me is coming up with an idea that you can transform into an entrepreneurial kind of venture that will generate income. Simply as that.
Yes.
Zungu ngalungi. Make it simple.
You
We
know.
need to understand what's a business idea.
Okay, parents invested in education, so
Someone out there in
English
Bokolo,
is
they need
what's
to
up.
understand this.
Munange Kale, business idea is coming up with a thought that you can make a business out of.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how would you come up with a business idea?
Personally, as a creative, I believe in soul searching yourself. Like, what can you as a person do? What can you do for society? Like, if you're a musician, if you're like an artist, how can you use your talent to solve a problem in society? Many people are depressed, many people are having hard times. Can you use your talent to maybe soothe their souls and maybe
Yes.
pay you for that? So in my view, and out of my experience, I believe in seeking your talent, what are you good at, and then improving on that talent so that you can provide value to the community. and
But
get
you're
money.
not talent. What will they do? Some people are talentless.
I'm sure people are talking is a talent, thinking is a talent.
Talking is a talent.
Yes.
You know, like,
Now you can talk to someone and your life changes somehow.
Okay, maybe then they're just good at counseling. But there's some people who are talentless. What
No.
will they do?
I don't think
There's
I
no
think
one
everyone
who's
is talented.
I think even talking as a talent,
Very big talent.
you know, there's this gentleman, he's called Masayoshi Son. He raised 45 billion in 45 minutes just
Yes.
because he was very good at talking and he was talking to the crown prince. And
Okay, apart from talent, what else can you base on to come up with your business idea?
it comes back to passion. Okay, I've read some text that says that passion is also overrated. I'm sorry for overusing that word,
Yes.
but you should have realism, and which helps you to look at your passion from a distance, from detachment level, and you see, is it something that I can actually do? And then also purpose, having purpose in what you do, you get intention.
Yes.
The Japanese have something that they call ikigai, whereby your purpose will lead you through. People in Japan don't retire. Actually, there's no word for retirement in
Why?
Japanese. They just keep on doing what they want, they love doing. So the thing is that when you find your purpose, and there's realism, because people usually get stuck in the passion paradox. I'm passionate about this. 5 years later, they're still in the same place. So you
Yes.
should always find that purpose, and then you see whether it can actually get you where you want to be.
So for you, it's passion plus realism plus purpose.
Yes, kind of like that.
I know. Now, Chief, you know, when you talk about purpose, actually, a lot of people have failed to find their purpose. You know, you are just born. You didn't ask anyone to produce you. You just woke up one morning
Your
and
parents
you're
just,
breathing.
you know,
Now,
planned.
if that person doesn't know their purpose, it's because very many people out there, we are young people having a lot of pressure. Having
How
a
do you
lot of
find
this
your
and
purpose
that.
in something?
How will
in
someone
your
find their
life?
purpose, and how realistic can they be? You get? Because real life like,
Life doesn't balance the way we think
Yes.
it must balance.
First of all, prayer is very important. And I would say secondly, it's digging deep. I think I found my life's purpose, but then it was a very long journey.
Yeah.
And it's always having your own roadmap, you know. Now, like, you know, this is where I want to be. You're like, you know what, Tyler Perry is doing this. I want to have a conversation with Tyler Perry. And you're like, how will I meet Tyler Perry?
Dreaming
I'm not
big,
talking
you
about
know?
me. I'm just
But
So-
you know how life is. You just wake up one morning and you have the opportunity to meet
Yes,
Tyler
but you
Perry.
see, there's this spectrum whereby you are where you are and where you want to be,
Yeah.
and there's this turning point in the middle.
Yes.
So that turning point before you get to where you want to be, if you have been
of things
consistently taking your steps very well, you'll get there when that lucky point comes. But there are so many people who reach the lucky point and they can't be propelled to the other side because they are not ready. So that's why you have to have a roadmap. So many people get in situations whereby they get depressed or they feel like they are running around in circles, and I've been there, because they keep on seeing what the other person is doing, what this other person is doing, and they think it's for them. So just have your own roadmap, see where you want to be, and wait for that moment where things will turn
Yeah,
around.
the idea may grow with time.
What I picked from what he's saying is that you should have a roadmap. When he says roadmap, you should have a plan, can I say, and you should research. You just don't come, you know. You should.
So, what does someone consider when they're making that roadmap?
That
for,
roadmap.
like for a business.
I personally think that if you're to find your purpose, you have to expose yourself to a lot of information, because the more information you have, the more you discover about yourself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you're only stuck on a certain subject, for example, you're like only interested in art, you think your purpose, you only think in that line of thought.
Even
But
when
if
you're
you-
average there.
Yes. If you try out like music, if you try out like acting, you start realizing like the different possibilities that you can
Your abilities.
think of, and ability, and then you can find an intersection of all these different passions, and then you can get your purpose in life. So I think exposure to information is very key.
Though some people, I don't know, they're scared of exposure. You know, when you're growing, you get to know new things, you get exposed, but you know, there's sometimes you're scared to do something. Why do people get scared to?
You know,
Discover new
initially,
things.
there's this philosophy that ignorance is bliss. People enjoy to be in their ignorance, because the more you know is the more you get
worry.
more responsibility on you,
Yes.
because if you know that something bad is happening, your conscience is telling you should change this, but then because you want to stay in your comfort zone, you don't want that responsibility. So that's why most people, like, they pleasure in being ignorant. They don't want to know more because they fear that responsibility.
Yeah.
And yet, the more you know, fine, the more responsibility you get, but then you also more doors are opening up for you. So it's two-way, like you benefit and then
You see,
Guys, look at these hands. They ain't equal, right? So we are talking about YouTube, we're talking about purpose, we're talking about all these kind of things. But then there are some guys out there, you know, they are very deep down there in the village. How
like
are
you
they
in
going to
Masaka
find
down there,
the
you know?
information?
so okay, sometimes ignorance is bliss, as you have said, eh? Most especially if you think your partner
What
is
does this mean, by the way, before we...
ignorance. Please help out, sir.
you know, like ignorance is bliss. Like you enjoy when you
Being
don't know.
ignorant.
Yes. You
Enjoyment.
Like, yes, you be high on
Be there.
ignorance.
You be high on
Yeah.
ignorance.
So the thing is that if at all you suspect your partner of cheating, don't check their phone.
Yeah.
That's ignorance is bliss. But then we come to a point whereby we have, they call it the tyranny of soft expectations. You have very soft expectations on yourself that you're like, I will not go out to seek more information because you think that maybe it won't help you, or you are not all
Excuses
that
all the
much.
time.
Yes,
You
yes.
can't
So
manage
I
the
can't
knowledge,
manage.
yeah.
So it's always about that, and we should always go out to seek out more, because in the end it will make us better.
So guys, keep with us, keep in touch, keep watching, and we love you so much.